Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I am talking to you through the miracle of video broadcasting and interweb. I want to talk to you today about something that everyone tells you. When shit hits the fan, I'm coming to your house. Really? Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at it. When something happens and I have not planned for myself or my family, I'm going to come to your property and I'm going to infringe on you, and I'm going to tax and stress what you have built to help take care of myself, my lazy ass, and my family. Wow, kind of powerful. Let's really look at it. When SHTF, I'm coming to your house. Okay, I have made copious notes for this video. So let's begin. Number one, bring all of your vehicles full of fuel and your supplies. Bring your RV or camper, trailer. You will need a place to sleep. And people think, well, I'll be sleeping in your... No, you won't. You will have your own place. And I will help protect you and help take care of you as you will help protect me and take care of me. I have laid aside a large amount of my time, effort, income, and life to take care of my people. And you will not take that or lessen it. This is serious. It can be amusing, but this is very serious. Be aware that you'll be coming into my household where you will not be the boss and you will not get a vote. We have prepared for our family and our needs, as well as our pets. Their food, their medications, and their crates. Children and all adults, tweeners, teens, will work and help to their level. I have an adult daughter who's 30 years old, who is mentally handicapped, and who has the capacity of about a 5-year-old. I expect and I demand that she functions to the level of a 5-year-old and does things that is in her purview to do. That is not harsh. That is not anything. I guess it's not woke. Yeah, you know what I think about woke. Surly or uncooperative people, teens, children, will be put on notice and then removed off the property. You won't be here. Figure it out. I do not care about your gender or what you identify as. If you identify as a chicken, I expect you to lay eggs. That is what will happen on my property. You need to have skills. Do not tell me you can pull sentry duty unless you have had experience, and experience with initials behind it. SEER training, SEAL, DOD, consulate service, MPs, law enforcement. We are not taking people who walk around and smoke cigarettes. That's just not going to be the case. That is not at all. Now, back to coming onto the property. Meds, special diets, restrictions are all up to you. They are yours. You better bring them, because I have X amount and they're not for you, I have X amount, and I will help you get what you need. But you weren't invited. Remember that. You're your own babysitter. You're your own laundromat. You're your own cook. And you are your own poop remover on this property. You weren't invited. People will come onto my property and they will say, can I put my trailer here? And I will say, no, you're on my garden spot. And they will say, are your plants more important than me? And I will tell you, yes, they are. They are more important than you and your family because they will feed us. So you will have to move off of that spot. This is harsh. This is SHTF. Now, we're going to flip back over. I cook and I clean. I fix, I grow, I repair. I treat livestock. I do guard duty on my property. I clean toilets. I dig latrines. I weed the gardens. I entertain, and I do whatever will help support my household. You will do the same, and you will do something that will relieve me of some of that burden. Gay, straight, man, woman, black, white, old, young, you will work. I do not care. There is no government cheese on my property. That is the way it is. You don't have to be here. Now, we're going to flip back over here. What are some of the things that are required to make it safe and secure and worth coming to? Well, okay. There's medical security health shelter. It's kind of like one block. But then you can break it down even further as far as food, water, shelter, security, comms, communications, medications, and POM. What is POM? No one has really ever talked about POM in all of the prepping junk that I've ever listened to. POM is peace of mind. What's peace of mind? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Peace of mind. You get paid $1,000 every 2 weeks on Friday. That's what you bring home. Your wife gets $1,000 every 2 weeks on Saturday. That's what she brings home. The mortgage on your property is $1,200. It was due on Thursday, so you had to float a check. We know what floating checks are. And the transmission on your car is making a noise. When you lay down, if you're a man, do you have peace of mind from that? I hope you answered no, because that will dig into your brain. That is peace of mind. That is what we offer. That is what we teach. I teach peace of mind. What kind of skills would be important, do you guys think? What kind of skills would be necessary, would make you like a super prepper? No such thing. Medical skills are a plus. Medical skills, medic, paramedic, EMT, doctor, MD, and everything. Obviously, that goes really long way. Gardening skills. Can you garden? Do you know how to garden? Can you grow plants? Can you propagate them? That is a big thing. That's something I'm working on right now, learning how to clone plants, which is, it sounds really intense, but it's nothing more than snipping and planting things and taking care of them. Are you an electrician? Are you a plumber? Do you have any framing skills? Are you a handyman? Do you know how to build things? Can you build a shed? Man, that would be powerful. If you can build a shed, somebody run power and water to it, it might not be code, but by God, that's powerful. Small engine. If you had that shed built, somebody with a small engine, we could run a generator to that, and you could have 2 outlets. How about that? And I know you think, well, what can I do with 2 outlets? Well, you could have a air conditioner, or you could have a light. That might be all you get, and you might be glad to get it. I don't know. Can you cook from scratch? That's powerful right there. Can you scavenge? Do you know what is important, what can be used, what's useful? Can you get an idea of, well, there's the, 16 pallets of cinder blocks we could do XXX with for this project? That's powerful. Caregivers. Do you know how to take care of people and make other people feel good? You are probably the most important freaking person out here. Can you make other people feel better? Because a lot of times when all this crap is happening, I feel crappy because I have to make these terrible decisions. And I know you will too, because you won't be in my group, you'll be in your group. And you have to make these decisions on your own. And it's terrible. The way it is. It goes back to the peace of mind thing. If you're a good leader, you don't sleep well. Away she goes. Welcome to the club. Can you forage? Do you know about wild edibles? Can you harvest wild edibles to supplement a meager harvest or a meager diet? And can you compound stuff from the things you harvest? That is powerful. Again, we're talking about things that really go a long way. And that went into the herbal medications. Can you hunt? Can you fish? Man, that's good stuff. But can you hunt and fish in a way that lets you keep one deer alive and one deer hanging? That's interesting. Can you do that? There's ways to do it. Can you dam up a creek, an eddy, and pull in a bunch of fish and let them swim around in there for a week while you bring out a fish a day? That's pretty good stuff too. There's ways to do it. There are. Farms. Can you farm? Can you freaking farm? The way we farm now is terrible and absolutely wrong, but can you farm? Do you know how to grow vegetables and fruits? And do you know harvest? Do you know good practices? Something to think about. Electronics, ham operators, drones. And that, people think, well, that's kind of weird. No, it's not. If you have 2 drones, 3 drones in your group, if you have people who have drones in your group and have a organized way to do it and a methodology that is sound, you have eyes in the sky. That is powerful and profound. That's good stuff to have. What we don't need politicians right now. We don't need lobbyists. People who need a safe space. You know what? I wrote that down and then I struck it out and I thought, I would love it if somebody told me I had a safe space. Somebody came up and gave me a hug in the midst of all the shit and terrible. Nothing wrong with that. That's just me. I don't know. I have to think on that one. We don't need bankers. We don't need tax assessors. We actually might need attorneys with disputes on laws that we created in a new community. Nothing wrong with that. But just bear in mind they would be working alongside everybody else. What we might not need cops, because honestly, if someone causes a problem in this new normal, how about that? I put that in there, in this new world that we've created. Someone causing a problem, I'm going to kill them. So there's no problem. So there is no need for law enforcement because I enforce the law, or someone else enforce the law. Everyone goes armed. If you try to steal from someone, someone will shoot you and kill you. I like that. After the first week, we're all pretty honest. Fire departments might be interesting. We would probably need some people from local fire departments to help and teach everyone, and then they would incorporate themselves into the regular cycle of everything that we have. Most people in fire departments are cross-trained with as far as medics, EMT, that kind of thing. So that would work very well. Teachers, honestly, we really wouldn't need teachers that much. Everyone else is teaching. All 40 of these people that I've mentioned are teaching. We don't need a teacher in generalities, in my opinion. So that's not something I would be looking for, honestly. I don't need to know how to do algebra if I'm worried about feeding everyone. Later on, perhaps, but I guarantee you the person who's doing the framing can teach you a good bit of algebra, just common sense algebra, just from life experience. Engineers, record keepers, accountants. Record keeping and accounting, that's actually something that would probably be very necessary. I think that would be a really good skill set to have someone that can tell you, Darren, we have 1,700 2x4 by 8s treated, and we have 15,000 cinder blocks that are ready to go for the next building project. We need 700 bags of lime to make mortar for the wall. That is powerful. Again, that's what you need. Large equipment operators, guys, man, you know how to drive a backhoe, a forklift, a front end loader. Come on down, guys. Come on down. Musicians, storytellers, ministers, midwives. You guys would be absolutely critical to what we have, what we are trying to recreate, because that just makes everything better. We can have off time, we can talk and laugh and sing and play, and then we have people who will marry you if you want to get married. If you don't want to get married and you just want to have children together, you have someone who can help you bear your children safely. I don't know. In my opinion, that's pretty good. Flip over to the last page. We're at 19, 20 minutes. Each family ultimately in this group or community, if we're talking about rebuilding, if SHTF, they'll ultimately need their own dwelling. This is not a communal Kool-Aid drinking, anything like that. Ultimately, will need their own dwelling, and we would endeavor to see that is accomplished as soon as the critical needs are met. That would be after, all of the emergency stuff is taken care of. Then you would begin to move into your own places. So we would maybe go from, communal living, which, gosh, would be horrible. Beats being dead. But we would go into some sort of communal living. And it would be a township, a village-ish sort of lifestyle. And it would probably be walled, secured, fenced in, something like that. It's my thought. It's just me kind of rambling. In this new community, there would be no welfare. You will work to your talents, and you would continually be learning. And again, I've mentioned it before, there is no government cheese in this scenario. We would work hard to build a safe community for our family and our friends. Everyone to your left, everyone to your right, depends on what you're doing. That is not to say we would not have off time and have fun. We would play harder than we worked. Games, contests, competitions would abound to the level of technology at the time. Obviously, if there's an EMT or something like that, you're not going to go play Warhammer online or something like that, whatever. But it would be communal. You would be a separate family unit if you were a family unit to begin with, but it would be community, but separate. This is really kind of hard. I sit and I think about this stuff, and I've written it down. I looked at it, and why would you want to survive if you couldn't be with your family and have fun? Honestly. So all of this stuff is just crap if you didn't want to survive and have fun and take care of your family and be with your family. I mean, it really wouldn't be. I mean, what's the use of doing it? In a theoretical community like we're talking about, there are a finite amount of resources. We would be expending our resources on you. So we would expect you to do the best you could. Take care of your people.